What do you get when you mix a bunch of preteen adults, a little bit of power, and a decision that's ultimately left up to you? Nothing good, honestly. So if you guys have been listening to the admin stories, this is kind of a story that I wasn't happy with the outcome because there was no good choice in it. No matter what, someone was going to be pissed off, so I might as well just go balls to the wall and piss everybody off. So this is the iShy incident, or what I like to call it is the iShy incident. So let me give you a little backstory on the people involved in this incident. So we had one of our regular admins named Satan, one of our trial admins, Pineapplekitty, at the time a regular admin, iShy, and another trial admin, Echo. So the main thing about this story is I didn't witness any of it. In fact, it was a report made on the forums between them that turned into an argument that turned into a large 4-day-long investigation that honestly shouldn't have went that long, but we had to make a choice somehow. And making a choice is kind of hard, so you have to get all the facts. So I come home from work and jump on my favorite Discord server, or Mumble server at the time. Jump on my favorite Mumble server, only to get greeted with a couple regular users saying, hey, you should jump on the forums real quick. There's a report been made. So I jump on, and there's a report made by a user saying that a lot of admins were abusing each other on Surf last night. So what the report said is something happened between admin Satan and admin iShy, and Pineapplekitty and Echo was involved somehow. So the gist of this, I could make this long and boring thing of what the report said itself, but paraphrasing is probably going to be better for this type of content. So Satan was a regular admin who surprisingly didn't actually use a microphone, which was kind of one of our requirements for an admin. But, on Surf, being an admin on Surf, you barely ever had to do anything. It was mainly just keeping the peace. If the map needed to be changed, there was a bug, something of that nature. That's where they really intervened. So when you become a regular admin, you actually get admin on all of our servers. And Satan was actually one of our regular admins that played mostly Dodgeball and Surf. iShy was someone who played Dodgeball and Surf as well. Echo was more of a Death Run and Surf person, and Pineapplekitty was Jailbreak and played Surf every now and then. The big thing about this was, after reading this report, it said X person did X thing to X person, and X person or Y person got involved with X person, and it was just a big shit fest. Honestly, I was kind of just confused. Going through the report itself, I contacted my two other officers at the time, which was Caboose and Epsilon. We were basically the head admin, so the decision came up to us to hire and fire. There were people above us, but we handled stuff of this nature just to keep it kind of, that was our point. That was our role. We've been with the server long enough and made enough choices where we were able to be trusted with stuff like this. So immediately Caboose says, I'm going to go talk to Satan about what happened. And I said, cool, I'll contact iShy and Echo, and Epis said he would talk to Pineapplekitty. So we all three start getting, the information we needed. And I'm not going to lie. Satan was one of our regular admins who had been with the server a while. Pineapplekitty was just a trial admin on Jailbreak. She'd played the game mode quite a bit, and I knew her. A couple other people knew her, so we knew we could trust her with it. iShy was a special case. So I don't know if you guys have ever played on a server where someone seems like they just have a big disdain for the staff or the server itself, but they never go away. They stay there and complain because they know people will listen to it. And that was kind of, no offense to him, not trying to shit talk him, but that was iShy's whole demeanor, is what was put off. He had a disdain for the staff. He believed they didn't do their job right. He believed he could do it better. And in some regards, there were some people that, he probably could have done it better. After a long, extensive process, he's caught the ire of Caboose, who did not like him at all. And, it's understandable. But, much to Caboose's dismay, me and Epis decided to give iShy a chance because he was on the server, and even though he seemed like he had a disdain for the server, he was level-headed, and that's all we kind of ask. You know, if you could walk and chew bubble gum at the same time without biting your tongue, you could be a damn admin on a TF2 server. So anyways, Echo was also just a regular trial admin. I put him on for a surf and death run because we needed people to, you know, kind of stay on when in the later ships. Now, after gaining what Aishai had told me, Aishai told me that he didn't want this to become a big thing. He was retaliating against something done to him, and that was pretty much it. Echo said, basically voiced the same thing and said it wasn't really this big of a deal, and I agree. I personally didn't feel like this needed to go this far. However, we had a report on the forums, and we had to at least like intervene, or at least get the stories, just to make sure we're not letting some crazy admin abuse, you know, go rampant on the servers. So anyways, after talking to Pineapplekitty, Epis said the same. Pineapple said that they were arguing and she was just no-clipping around on the surf map. After all of us officers got back together, we decided to go through each story and see what parts matched up, what didn't match up, who said what, and make a decision based off that. And what I'm about to tell you is what we came to. And it was honestly, it was our best choice because none of us were there. So we're going off the word of 4 different people that have 4 different stories that did different things and reacted different ways. So, from what was told, Satan was on surf with a friend. They were sitting at the end of surf. After you complete the surf level, you get that free room you get to do, and just chilling out. Aishai was on surf, completed the surf, went into the free room, and killed Satan and her friend. Now, there is no rule against this. I wasn't super familiar with surf rules at the time. However, I did know that, you know, the game, it's still TF2. You could kill each other. Even in that area, you could kill each other. There's no safe room in, you know, surf. If there was a safe room, it'd take away your ammo. So, in response to being killed, Satan apparently kicked Aishai. And after going back through the logs and looking at all the admin commands used, yeah, that was, Satan kicked Aishai. And when Aishai came back, he said, "What the fuck did you do that for?" She said, "Don't do that." And Echo was there at the time and said, "You probably shouldn't abuse admins." So she and Aishai and Echo then proceeded to kick each other, slap each other, slay each other, back and forth, back and forth. It was a bunch of admin commands, and when you do admin commands, they can show up inside the, not only they show up in our logs, but they can show up in the chat box and actually create spam. All the while they're still arguing in between. What was said is irrelevant to it. The main thing is everybody was using their admin powers against each other. Everybody's in the wrong right there. And all the while this is going, Pineapplekitty is like, "Oh, hey," this is her words, "Oh, everybody is using admin powers. I guess it's okay." So she turns off no clip and starts zooming around the map, and yeah, it was just a big old smorgasbord of what the fuck is going on.
I didn't fart on the AI mark. I bet you listen to fucking Joe Biden fart through AI Vocaloid.
I'm gonna rip out your fucking eyes.
You fucking rip out mine. You know what,
Listen to fucking Taylor Swift. Shut your dumb ass up.
Excuse you? You sound like you fucking listen to Katy Perry fart into a ASMR microphone.
Dude, you talk about fart so much. You sure you don't like the fetish sound check your fucking. I know what's.
I'm sorry. Just because I have pink eye all the fucking time doesn't mean I like the fetish. Your problem? My problem? Maybe?
Well, the fuck you got pink eye then?
You got the pink eye. You're the one with the pink eyes.
You're the one with pink eye. You're fucking colorblind. They're yellow. You're gonna bring up my disability, man.
So after speaking to Aishai some more about it, he says, "Yes, I did kill her friend. She used her powers first. I was only using retaliatory commands." In defense, Echo voiced the same opinion, and Satan admitted to slaying and kicking using the admin powers first. However, you know, it didn't matter if he was using it retaliatory. I said, "Hey, well, even if you are doing it retaliatory, you know, there's no reason for you guys to use powers against each other. So should have just contacted an admin, like a higher admin. Hey, someone's abusing." I don't, and this is kind of where this is kind of where Aishai's disdain for the staff played into a factor. He said it was he didn't feel it was necessary to contact them, and or he didn't contact certain ones because they would play favorites, and no action would have been taken. Now it's been probably about 3 days or so, and I've been in talks with Caboose and Epis about what should be done. And Epis says, I don't really care. You make the decision of what we should do. And I racked my brain around it. Now, the problem is, I love Caboose to death. Honestly, for a later video, he's one of the friends that I have lost that is totally my fault. And, you know, in this situation, Caboose is very passionate about what he believes, and I totally respect him for that. But problem is, sometimes his passionate nature comes out, and you know, he disliked Aishai. You know, you're not going to like everybody who's an admin, and not everybody who's an admin is going to like you. So I told Caboose, hey, I'm going to kind of make the decision here, because it's kind of like, it's, you know, no offense, man, you're not looking at this objectively or fairly to everybody. But the problem is, there was no good decision here. Either you took action against one person and pissed the other party off, vice versa, or you did nothing and everybody just kind of stayed quiet about it. Problem is, it wasn't going to die down. This was going to become a regular thing. This has been one of those situations where it's like, you know, we've had some complaints about Aishai. You know, he's not used his powers the same way. Also, he still kind of has this disdain for the server. And, I mean, what the fuck else can you do? So, I decide, you know what? Everybody abused their powers. Everybody knowingly did it. They gained nothing out of it. And they disrupted gameplay. Fuck it. Take everybody's power away. Fire all of them. All 4 of them. Caboose did not like this decision, because Satan was a friend. And I agree. Satan was a friend. I did enjoy Satan's company. Or, I did respect Satan. But, you know, I had to play fair. Satan cast the first blow, and Aishai, you know, reacted terribly. And Echo jumped in on that train, and they were all just using powers against each other. And Pineapplekitty, just being the person in the background flying around no clipping, you know, was abusing admin as well. And as a trial admin, we hold it more harshly than regular admins. Regular admins, we kind of give you leeway because we know your whole purpose on the server is to keep gameplay flowing and, you know, not try disrupting it. Trial admins, we hold you accountable harsher, because we tell you, hey, don't screw around with your powers. Your point is to keep the gameplay, you know, keep gameplay going. Don't become the problem. So, in the end, Caboose expressed his opinion about how the decision was, he didn't like it, and I told him, I'm like, sorry, it's kind of, you know, this is kind of the only decision I can see that seems to be fair and just. To a certain degree, it wasn't, but I mean, what else could you do? Either you piss off one party or you piss off everybody. And since I was the one that made the choice, I mean, everybody was pissed off at me. It didn't hurt anything. It didn't, you know. In the end, this is a virtual community that holds no weight. We're just trying to keep the gameplay of a TF2 server afloat. And I stick by my decision. But if you disagree with what I chose to do and had an idea of what you would have done better, drop it down in the comments. I definitely would like to read your opinion on it, because this is one of those situations where it's like, did I do the right thing? No. I kind of just had to go scorched earth, and that wasn't the right thing to do, but it was the only way to be fair, in my opinion. So, if you guys did enjoy this video and this story, drop me a like, subscribe, follow for more, because I will keep dropping these. I am hesitant to talk about the next story, because it's either I'm going to go through the ableist one or the salt mines, and both of those stories are very long, drawn out shit fests that I regret wholeheartedly, with everything involved in it. So I can see you guys in the next video.